بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله أما بعد. كيف حالكم يا جماعة الخير؟ عساكم طيبون. أمامنا اليوم هذه القصة. عنوان هذه القصة: هكذا يشع وجهي. هكذا يشع وجهي. طيب، قبل أن نخوض في هذه القصة علينا أن نقرأ أشياء مهمة، وبعد ذلك نفهم ما في هذه القصة بأكثر وضوح إن شاء الله. In English, before we jump into the reading, inshallah, قبل أن نخوض في هذه القصة, into the reading, we are going to learn about some natural phenomena that are being discussed in this reading, inshallah, just so that the reading is easier. And it is for that purpose the story contains details about those things which are discussed in the story towards the end, right? So the author, they've included it, inshallah. So we'll just quickly have a read of those 2 pages, inshallah, describing the natural phenomena that is described in this story, inshallah. And then we'll come back to the story itself. طيب, inshallah. Let's quickly skip to the main pages, the last 2 pages. There we go. طيب. So the first natural phenomena that we are going to come across is الشمس. الشمس. ما هو الشمس? What's الشمس? Shams is the star. Okay, the star. طيب. The star, the sun, right? That we call the sun, الشمس. What is الشمس? نجم كبير حار. It's a star. نجم, it's a star. كبير, big. حار, hot, very hot. نجم كبير حار. It's a hot, big sun. Big star, sorry. It's a hot, big star. ولكنها, however, it is ليست. It is not. ولكنها ليست. However, it is not أكبر النجوم. It is not the biggest of the stars. So نجم, one star. نجوم, plural, stars. أكبر النجوم, the biggest of the نجوم. However, it is not the biggest of the stars. ولكنها ليست أكبر النجوم. However, it is not the biggest of the stars. بالمقارنة, with comparison to بالنجوم, to the stars. الحارة العملاقة. العملاقة, a giant. الحارة, hot. So it's not the biggest star. It's not the biggest of the stars in comparison to بالمقارنة with بالنجوم, the stars. الحارة العملاقة, the giant hot stars. Okay, it's not the biggest, but it's quite big. How big is it? تكفي الشمس لاستيعاب أكثر من مليون كوكب. The shams is enough. تكفي الشمس, the shams is enough, the sun is enough. لاستيعاب, to accommodate. It is big enough. It is enough. تكفي الشمس, the shams, the sun is big enough. لاستيعاب, to accommodate. أكثر, more than مليون كوكب, a million planets. كوكب, planets, a million planets. مليون كوكب. How big are these planets? بحجم كوكب الأرض, of the size of the planet Earth. كوكب الأرض, the planet Earth. So the sun is so big it can house almost a million planets of the size of Earth. Okay, يعني يستوعب, يعني it can accommodate, or it accommodates أكثر من مليون كوكب. Okay, الشمس يستوعب أكثر من مليون كوكب. طيب, the sun can accommodate, or accommodates more than, or can accommodate more than a million planets. So تكفي الشمس, the shams, the sun, is big enough. It is enough for the sun to accommodate more than a million planets, right? So the sun is big enough to accommodate. تكفي الشمس لاستيعاب. The sun is big enough to accommodate. The sun is large enough to accommodate over a million planets the size of the Earth. طيب. Okay, what about its movement? تدور الشمس بعكس اتجاه الأرض. So we all know that these heavenly bodies, as we call them, they all rotate, right? So the sun, تدور, it rotates. تدور الشمس, the sun rotates بعكس اتجاه الأرض. It rotates بعكس, in opposition to, contrary to اتجاه الأرض, the direction of the planet Earth, of Earth. So that's a Shams. It's a big hot star. It's not the biggest of the stars, the giant hot stars of the universe. However, it's big enough to accommodate, يعني تكفي لاستيعاب, it's large enough to accommodate more than 1,000,000 كوكب, 1,000,000 planets, each of the size of كوكب الأرض, the planet Earth. And the Shams rotates, تدور الشمس بعكس, in opposite to the direction of Earth, اتجاه الأرض. تمام. The next body discussed in the story would be Al-Qamar. Al-Qamar, what is Al-Qamar? Al-Qamar is the moon. يضيء القمر بسبب, Al-Qamar يضيء, it glows, it radiates, it shines, بسبب, because of, or with the emphasis or the influence of, انعكاس, reflection of, nur al-shams, the light of the sun, عليه, over it. So the qamar يضيء, the qamar, al-qamaru يضيء, the moon, it shines because of the reflection of the light of the sun, بسبب انعكاس نور الشمس عليه, upon it. طيب, that's clear inshallah, basic science. بالرغم من نور القمر القوي إلا أنه, although, بالرغم من, although, or in spite of the nur al-qamar al-qawi, in spite of the strong light of the moon itself, once it has received the reflection from the sunlight, إلا أنه لا يعكس إلا 3 إلى 12% من ضوء الشمس. And in spite of the strength of the light, the strong light of the moon, in spite of the strong light of the moon, إلا أنه لا يعكس, except it does not reflect. لا يعكس, it does not reflect. إلا 3, except 3 إلى 12, 13 or 3 to 12. إلا 3 إلى 12%. It does not reflect except 3 to 12%. Yani بالمئة means over 100. So 3 to 12. 3 to 12 out of 100. Essentially 3 to 12% of its من ضوء الشمس, from the light of the sun. Okay, so its reflective abilities are quite weak because of it doesn't have a body which is radiant. It absorbs most of that light, and only radiates about 3 to 12%. So لا يعكس إلا 3 إلى 12% من ضوء الشمس. تمام. So القمر is discussed. تمام. النجوم, we said najm is star, nujum is the plural of it, stars. So النجوم, the stars, لا تومض النجوم في السماء فحسب. النجوم, the stars, لا تومض, they don't twinkle في السماء, in the sky, فحسب, and that's it. Like, they don't just twinkle. لأن لا تومض النجوم في السماء فحسب أو فقط. Like, they don't just twinkle. بل rather هي تعمل أيضا كGPS أو خارطة تدل المسافر على الطريق. Rather, they also work, تعمل, أيضا as, they also, بل rather, هي, these stars, تعمل أيضا, they also work as GPS. So GPS, the thing that we use to navigate, or خارطة, a map. خارطة, a map. تدل المسافر على الطريق, that guides the traveler على الطريق, upon the path, upon the route. تدل المسافر, it points the musafir, it guides the musafir upon the path, the route, الطريق. كل ما علينا, the only thing, everything that is upon us, so كل ما علينا, all that is upon us, all that we need to do, كل ما علينا, all that we need to do is كل ما يعني يجب علينا, everything that we have upon us as a duty, or if you want to do something in relation to direction, navigation. كل ما علينا, all that is upon us is, and that نفعله, that we do. All that we have to do, all that is upon us that we do. كل ما علينا أن نفعله, everything, all that is upon us that we do it is, and all that we need to do is هو, it is, أن نبحث, that we search, نبحث عن, that we search for نجمة مضيئة, that we نبحث عن, that we search for نجمة مضيئة ثابتة, a star which is glowing or glowy, ثابتة, which is firm in the sky, فوق المكان الذي, above the place, فوق المكان, above the place, الذي, the one, or the place, the one, نريد الوصول إليها, نريد, we want, الوصول إليها, to reach it. Okay, all we need to do if we want to navigate using the stars is that we find a star which is shiny and is firm in the sky, it doesn't move, or relatively doesn't move, over the place that we want to get to. فوق المكان الذي نريد الوصول إليها. Okay, we just need to search for that fixed shiny star above the place relative to us that we need to get to. نريد الوصول إليها. What is that fixed star that is normally used in the regions of the desert and the southern regions, basically, where this is normally used? It's ألا وهي النجمة بولاريس. Okay, ألا وهي, behold, it is النجمة بولاريس, the star Polaris. Okay, it's a star called Polaris. Okay, it's essentially a northern. It's called the North Star. Essentially, it's a North Star. You make the North Star your fixture in the sky that you use as an anchor to navigate your traveling in the desert, for example. And of course, this was used in the by others in different regions of the world, but this is very, very common in the Arab part of the world. So North Star is essentially the anchor in the sky that most of the ships back in the day, they used to use it to navigate their journey around the sea and so on and so forth. Okay, so it's Al-Polaris is the North Star. Okay, inshallah. So Polaris or Polaris in the Arabic language. Fine. Al-Barq, it's lightning. What is it? هو عبارة, it's a way of expressing, عن, about, it's a way of expression, it's a way of expressing. عبارة is an expression, so it's هو عبارة, it's an expression, عن, about, صعقة كهربائية. كهرباء is electricity, صعقة is a flash, so electric flash essentially. Okay, so electric flash. It's an expression about the electric flash, قوية, the strong electric flash, سريعة, abrupt or quick, strong electric flash, تحدث, that occurs, أثناء العواصف الرعدية, that occurs, تحدث, أثناء, during, العواصف, storms, عاصفة is storm, عواصف, storms, plural, الرعدية, رعد is thunder, الرعدية, so thunderous storms. Okay, so it's a very fast, abrupt, strong electric flash that occurs during the thunderous storms. How does this happen? تؤدي حركة الماء أو الجليد في الغيوم إلى شحنة كهربائية ينتج عنها البرق. تؤدي leads towards. تؤدي. What are we talking about? We're talking about the حركة الماء أو الجليد. The movement, حركة, of الماء, حركة الماء, or the snow, the snow that is inside the clouds, essentially, the ice that is found in the clouds. Its movement, تؤدي, it leads to, تؤدي إلى, it leads to what? شحنة, a spark. Okay, a spark. What kind of spark? كهربائية. Again, electric. It leads to, or it results in, an electric charge. Electric charge. A spark, so to speak. Or shuhna is more of a charge, yes. So towards an electric charge. So this movement of water molecules and ice, water and ice within the clouds, it leads to an electric charge, or the negative and the positive essentially, that leads, the greater the voltage between these, the greater so the voltage between these charges, the greater the flash. ينتج عنها البرق. Al-barq, this flash, this lightning, it results from it, this movement of water or ice inside the ghuyum, clouds. Al-ghuyum is a plural of ghaym. Ghaym refers to a cloud that is impregnated with water, that is going to rain normally, but it's a general term. It can be used for other clouds as well, but ghuyum normally refers to clouds with water in them. Tamam. قد يحدث البرق في داخل الغيمة. What's the extent of this barq? Well, قد يحدث البرق. Sometimes lightning occurs. يحدث, تحدث, يحدث. It occurs. البرق. Ta for the female, right? I mean, because it's a sa'qa, it's a female, it's a feminine word. Sorry. Ta. Likewise, over here, البرق is a masculine word, so you don't use ta, you use ya. Okay. So يحدث. In any case, we'll look at this later. So قد يحدث البرق في داخل الغيمة. Sometimes قد يحدث, the lightning may occur, or sometimes it occurs, في داخل الغيمة, inside this waterborne cloud. أو بين غيمتين, or between the two clouds. Sometimes this lightning occurs inside the cloud, or it can occur between the two clouds, أو أكثر, or more than two clouds. أو بين الغيمة والأرض, or between the clouds and earth. When lightning strikes the earth or a building or something, that's what's occurring. It's essentially the charges. There are polar opposites, and a large voltage is created between them, and so electricity, these particles, the ions, they travel through it. Okay, so this electricity flash is created. That's the heavenly bodies. Let's look at the animals that are discussed in this. And this is only the last page. We'll just make it quick, inshallah. Al-yara'at means fireflies. We can look at it. Here, khanafis mudi'a. Mudi'a, glowy. Khanafis, beetles. They are glowy beetles. Okay, they are glowing beetles. Laha nurun khallabun. They have a light which is captivating. It's a very captivating light. If you've seen fireflies in the night, in the village or suburbs, it's very beautiful, right? So it's captivating. It's khallab. Laha nurun khallab. It has a captivating light. Tastakhdimu. It uses it. And for example, we can say هل تستخدم القلم هذا? Do you use this pen? تستخدم. So تستخدم for you, as in تستخدم, you use it. يستخدم, he uses it. So these fireflies تستخدمه, they use it. They use this light, this captivating light, للبحث عن طعمها, to search for. We've done this word البحث عن in the North Star. نبحث عن, yes. للبحث عن طعامها في المساء. All the common words, all the most frequent words, they will come again and again. You'll see them, inshallah, used very often. للبحث عن طعامها, to search for her food في المساء, in the evening. Why is that the case? Why does she serve for the food in the evening? Well, فطبيعة وجودها, for the nature of her existence, طبيعة, nature, وجود, existence, her, وجودها, her, the ha is the her, or its. So the nature of its existence, the existence of the al-yara'at, في بيئة, in an environment, قاسية, harsh, عالية الحرارة, of a high temperature. عالية الحرارة means temperature, and عالية, high. So its nature of existing in a harsh, high temperature environment, تجعلها, causes it, makes it, تنتظر الليل, makes it wait for the night. تنتظر wait الليلة for the evening, for the night, sorry. لتخرج فيه, so that it may come out in it, in the night, when the temperatures are a bit more cooler. بحثا عن طعامها, searching for her food. Of course, this is just a scientific explanation. Allah Azza wa Jal knows about the infinite wisdoms behind why it only comes out in the night. Why does it even need light to search for her food in the night? Allah Alam. But anyway, this is the scientific explanation so far. تضيء الخنافس المضيئة أو اليراعات. The khanafis, these beetles, al-mudi'a, these glowing beetles, أو اليراعات, these fireflies essentially. تضيء, they shine, they glow. تضيء الخنافس المضيئة أو اليراعات. These glowing beetles or these fireflies, they تضيء, they glow. عند توافر, عند توافر, at the abundance of صبغة, a dye, and an enzyme. صبغة وإنزيم, two things. These fireflies, they glow, they glow at the abundance, or because of the abundance of a dye called luciferin, and an enzyme, ismuhu, which its name is lucifrase. Okay, lucifrase. So these two things, this enzyme and this dye, when they come together, they produce this glow. Tamam. Abu Shas, this is a very interesting thing. So Abu Shas, it doesn't mean the father of Ashas. It's just a name given to Abu Shas Naw'. It's a type min al-asmak. It's a type from the fishes, or from the fish. Naw' min al-asmak. It's a type of fish. Samak is fish in the singular, and asmak as in plural of the fish. Okay. Naw' min al-asmak is a type of fish. Alladhi yamtaliku, the one yamtaliku that owns. Okay, that has jihaz, a device. Jihaz inara, a lighting device. MashaAllah, it's a natural lighting device. Jihaz inara, tabi'iyya basically. It has, yamtaliku, it owns a lighting device, ala, upon the side of its back. The side of its back. Okay, or on the back on the back side, on its back side essentially. Okay, or on the end of its back. يساعد على استدراج الفريسة في الظلام. Okay, it helps, this light, essentially, this jihaz, this lighting device, it helps, يساعد, it helps على, upon, استدراج, to lure, to sort of captivate, الفريسة, a prey, في الظلام, in the dark. Okay. معظم أنواع أسماك أبي شص, most of the types of these fish أبي شص, لديها فم واسع. They have فم واسع. They have a very expansive, they have a very huge mouth. Okay, it's a very wide mouth. Okay. وهذا and this فم واسع يساعدها, it helps it على اصطياد الفريسة, it helps it upon اصطياد, to hunt, to capture, الفريسة, its prey. Okay, that's Abu Shas. تمام. الحلزون المائي, الحلزون is a snail. Okay, it's a snail. And al-ma'i refers to aquatic, belonging to water, aqua. Okay, so al-halazun al-ma'i, the aquatic snail. يوجد الحلزون المائي المضيء في أستراليا. This الحلزون المائي المضيء, this glowing aquatic snail, يوجد is found في أستراليا, in Australia. ويصدر الحلزون هذا الضوء. يصدر, it radiates, it sends forth, الحلزون, this snail, الحلزون هذا, this snail, يصدر الضوء, it sends forth a light. Okay, a glow, a light. من صدفته, صدفة refers to a shell, صدفته, from its shell. عند الشعور بالخطر, at the time of sensing, الشعور, sensing or feeling, بالخطر, of danger. So it radiates its shell with this light, okay? Its shell glows with this light when it senses danger. إلى الآن, till now, لم يتوصل العلماء. The scientists, the scholars, they have not reached, لم يتوصل. They have not reached towards or to التقنية العلمية, the scientific technique. العلمية refers to scientific, the knowledge based. التقنية, technique, تقنية basically, right? تقنية. They have not reached to the scientific technique التي يصدر بها الحلزون الضوء. That halazun يصدر بها, that it uses to send forth, to radiate this الضوء, this glow. They don't know the scientific explanation, but this is just a natural phenomena. It's found in Australia, subhanAllah. In this part of the world, New Zealand and Australia and these islands, they're filled with, it's a treasure trove of the, of nature, essentially. Things that you wouldn't even imagine exist in the world, you can find them there. Look at this. I personally had never heard of this particular thing until before this, reading this. So, الدود المضيء, the glowing worm, subhanallah. تصدر الديدان المعلقة ضوءا أزرق مخضرا. الديدان المعلقة, these hanging worms. الديدان refers to the plural for الدود. دود, worm, and الديدان, worms. These hanging, المعلقة, hanging, the hanging worms, تصدر, they radiate, or they emit, ضوءا, a light, which is أزرق مخضرا, a bluish green light. أزرق مخضرا. مخضر refers to essentially the, أخضر, essentially green, and أزرق, blue. أزرق مخضرا is a way of, saying bluish green or reddish blue, and so on and so forth. It's a way of saying it. Okay, so أزرق مخضرا. طيب إن شاء الله أزرق, bluish green. أزرق مخضرا. They emit this bluish green light. تغزل الديدان خيوطا. These didan, these worms, تغزل, they spin خيوطا, threads, لاصقة, sticky threads, لصيد الطعام, to hunt, to capture الطعام, their food, the food, okay? They spin this sticky thread as they hang from the ceiling of their caves, and these threads are sticky, so that when their prey flies or whatever, when they cross it, they get stuck and then they eat him. طيب. وتوجد الديدان عادة في الكهوف. And these didan, عادة, normally, توجد, they're found, في الكهوف, in the caves. كهف, cave, and كهوف, caves. من أشهر تلك الكهوف كهف الديدان. From the most famous, من أشهر, from the most famous of تلك الكهوف, of these caves, is كهف الديدان المتوهجة. Okay, the glowing cave of the worms, or the cave of the glowing worms. Okay, the cave of كهف الديدان المتوهجة, the glowing worms, the cave of the glowing worms. Okay, so متوهج, glowing, and مضيء, we've come across these two words now, متوهج, متوهجة, and مضيء, مضيئة. مضيء refers to something glowing, and then متوهج can refer to something glowing and luminous. So if you think of the two words, glowing and luminous, that's essentially the difference between مضيء and متوهج. Okay, inshallah. So the word wahaj is used for the sun, right? It's luminous. Okay, it's not just glowy, it's luminous, right? So this cave it has that captivating charm to it. It has that luminosity. Okay, it's luminous. Where is it found? This beautiful cave, New Zealand. Okay, New Zealand. Okay, in New Zealand. Okay, so New Zealand, or bin New Zealand, at New Zealand, or in New Zealand. Tamam. Right, let's jump into our story now, inshallah, now that we've covered all these important phenomena that are addressed in this. Trust me, the story is much more simpler than what we've just covered. Tamam. We'll read the Arabic first. Let's see how much you understand, inshallah, and then I'll explain the words, and then we'll look briefly at the grammar. Here we go. هكذا يشع وجهي. هكذا يشع وجهي كما تضيء الشمس وتعطي من نورها القمر كما تهدي النجوم المسافرة في ليل السحر كسنى البرق بين الغيوم وقت المطر كما تومض اليراعات بين العشب وأوراق الشجر كأشعة الحلزون في البحر حين يشعر بالخطر كالدود المضيء يتدلى في كهف مظلم البصر كنور أبي الشص بين العتمة في عمق البحر هكذا يشع وجهي بكلمة حلوة طيبة الأثر. Right, let's go back to the main. Let's explain the words now, inshallah. I'm hoping you've understood most of the story, inshallah. هكذا يشع وجهي. شع. So, the word yushi'u refers to glow. Okay. Radiates. هكذا. This is how. يشع وجهي. My face. وجهي. My face. يشع. It radiates. Okay. It radiates. هكذا يشع وجهي. This is how my face radiates. كما تضيء كما تضيء الشمس. Just like the sun glows. تضيء الشمس. Just like كما. Just like تضيء الشمس. Just like the sun glows. وتعطي, and it gives من نورها, from its own light, القمر, the moon. It gives from its light the moon. It gives light to the moon from its own light. Okay, to its own light, to the moon. كما تضيء الشمس وتعطي من نورها القمر. Okay, أعطى يعطي, to give. كما تضيء. Okay, كما تضيء الشمس, as the sun glows. وتعطي من نورها القمر. And it gives from its own light the moon. The sun glows and it gives the moon its own light. So just like the sun radiates, this is how my face radiates. SubhanAllah. كما تهدي النجوم المسافرة في ليل السحر. كما, just like. تهدي النجوم, the stars, all these stars. تهدي, guide. المسافرة, a traveler. في ليل السحر, in a night of captivity, in a night of magic. In a night of Layl al-Sahar is used to describe a night which is clear of any clouds, and it's you see the captivating charm of the starry sky. Okay, so Layl al-Sahar refers to that. So in the night of Sahar refers to magic, of course. So Layl al-Sahar, the night of captivating magic, a magical night, captivating night. Just like the stars, they guide the traveler with their radiance, with their light, in the night of magic, in the night of captivating magic. تمام. كسنى البرق, like سنا, flash of البرق, the lightning. بين الغيوم, between, بين الغيوم, the clouds. وقت at the time of المطر, rain. كسنى البرق بين الغيوم وقت المطر. كما, just like. تومض اليراعات, just like the يراعات, the fireflies, they twinkle. بين العشب, between the grass. وأوراق الشجر, and the leaves of the tree. أوراق refers to the leaves, plural. ورق would be one leaf, and أوراق refers to the leaves. So وأوراق الشجر, the leaves, between the grass, عشب, and the leaves of the tree. أوراق الشجر. كأشعة الحلزون, like the rays. أشعة, شعاع refers to rays. So أشعة, the rays. Okay, شعاع, one ray, and أشعة, rays. كأشعة الحلزون, like the rays of the snail. في البحر, in the ocean. حين يشعر بالخطر, حين, at the time of, or when. يشعر, it feels, of danger. It senses danger. يشعر بالخطر, danger. كالدود المضيء, just like the glowing worm. يتدلى, which hangs في كهف, in a cave. مظلم البصر, literally something which makes the basar go blind, essentially. So in a dark cave. كهف مظلم البصر, in a dark cave, or a cave which takes away the vision. مظلم البصر, which takes away the basar, the sight. Just like the glowing worms, they radiate the dark cave. That's how my face radiates. كنور أبي الشص بين العتمة في عمق البحر. كنور أبي الشص, like the light of the أبي الشص, fish. بين العتمة, between the darkness of the في, or if between the darkness في, in عمق البحر, in the depth of the ocean. عمق, depth, البحر, ocean again. عتمة, darkness. Okay, darkness. So عتمة can refer to gloom, bleakness, okay, as well. So ظلام is again darkness, and then just the difference between darkness and gloom. That's the difference between ظلام and عتمة. ظلام is used for darkness specifically, and atma is gloom, bleak, and so on and so forth. Anyway, so the light, just like the light of the fish, abi shas, between the gloom and the darkness in the depth of the ocean. في عمق البحر. هكذا يشع وجهي. This is how my face radiates. It glows. It sends off rays. يشع. It sends off أشعة. Right? بكلمة حلوة. It radiates with a sweet statement, with a sweet word. طيبة الأثر. طيبة الأثر. With a good effect. Something. طيبة الأثر. A kalima which is sweet and has a good effect. Okay. This is how my face radiates. With happiness. Right? With just a statement that you say to me, which is sweet and has a good effect. Okay, so my face radiates. If you say to me, min fadlik, please. If you say to me, malabis jamila, beautiful clothing, beautiful clothes. Fatatun muhazzaba, what an organized girl, what a well-behaved girl. Ahsanti, well done. These words, they make my face glow. Tayyib, inshallah. So this is the story in terms of its meanings. Let's quickly have a look at the grammar briefly, just practically, inshallah. Right, the word yushi'u comes from asha'a yushi'u. Asha'a is to send off rays, radiate. This is how my face radiates. We've looked at this structure before. Wajhi, my face. Qalami, my pen. Kitabi, my book. So this is repeating, inshallah. Hakada, and like this. Hakada, kada, like this. Hakada, ha is just for the sound effect, the tanbih. Hakada, and like this. Yushi'u wajhi. This is how my face radiates. Kama, just like. Okay, so ada'a yudi'u, to glow. Ada'a yudi'u, to glow. Shams, again, tu'ti a'ta yu'ti, to give. Min nuri. You can notice how some of these words, ila, min, an, they give the next word a kasra. We call it jar. But anyway, just expose yourself to this example, inshallah. This will come again and again. Okay. One thing we'll add on in terms of grammar in this dars is, you notice how, what is glowing? The sun, right? So the verb of glowing, its subject, the thing that is glowing itself, it has a dhamma, okay, in the end. Normally we call it rafa, technically, but normally we'll just have a dhamma, okay? So dhamma refers to the thing that is doing the action, that is glowing, that is giving something. Right, so the shams then tu'ti, it gives. Again, the shams is the subject again. It's a doer. It's a doer of this giving. Who is a giving? Al-qamara. So the subject which receives the action, the recipient of the action, will normally have a fatha. We call this a nasb. Okay, النصب رفع ونصب. رفع signifies a doer, and nasb, this fatha at the end, signifies an object of the action. تمام إن شاء الله. خير. Again, تهدي النجوم, the sun's guide. ضمة for the fa'il, the doer. What is it doing? It's guiding. So the verb, its doer, has a dhamma. Okay. Al-musafira. Now, why does the musafira have the word musafir why does it have a fatha at the end? Because this is the object. This is the one that receives the guidance from the stars. طيب. And secondly, we notice with the min over here how this gave this next word a kasra. Likewise, the fi gives the next word a kasra. Layl al-sahr. Fi layli. The word is laylun, but with the fi it becomes layli. Just take this in, inshallah. Generally, you don't have to memorize anything. Just start noticing these patterns again and again, inshallah. Okay. Over time, you'll have become used to it, and so when we study grammar formally, it will make so much sense. It will just be so easy for you at that point. Okay. Likewise, bain, it gives the next word al-kasra. The word bain refers, whenever it comes, it gives you a kasra. طيب, there's more to this, but we will just stick to these things that we've studied. Again, look at this. Tumidu twinkles. What twinkles? The doer of this action is al-yara'atu. So that's a dhamma. Okay. These fireflies, they twinkle. Tamam. Bain al-ushbi. Okay. Again, the baina gives this word a kasra. It's not that the baina is doing something of this nature, but you'll notice how every time we associate something, so we say qalamu zaydin, the book of Zayd, when we have this sort of possession, when you describe a possession or something, when we sort of attach a word in this way to another word, normally the second word has a kasra. So kitabu Zaydin, qalamu Harith, so and so forth, right? So this of this, so and so forth. Right? That's a structure we call mudaf ilayh. Mudaf is something that is being ascribed or being attributed to something, and mudaf ilayh is the person or the thing that the first object is being attributed towards. Okay, normally. So the first word can have any haraka depending on its position or on its position, but the second word will always have a kasra or any other haraka that sort of signifies that position, kasra. Okay, inshallah. In any case, we've covered these 2 to 3 grammatical points here, inshallah, for this nature. So baina is not acting like the words fi and min, which directly give a letter a kasra. It's a harf jar. Okay, so we call it. It's a harf, and baina is a noun. Okay, so this baina is essentially mudaf ilay, like kitabu zaydin and so on and so forth. It's just a bit different in a sense, but technically it's mudaf ilay. Okay, a dharf. The word, we call this word a dharf, and we're making this mudaf. We're attributing this bain to this place, this betweenness, to the clouds. Okay, inshallah. But fi inside layli. So this is a harf. It's essentially a letter, so to speak. And min and fi, there are some other letters like ila, which give the next letter a kasra as well. But this is not mudaf ilayh. But just keep this in mind, inshallah. These 4 points that we mentioned. This the doer, the object, and then the difference between fi, min, and then baina. Okay, inshallah, and the effect that it has on the next words. This will become important when we study classical Arabic. It's not so important right now when we're learning MSA, because right now the main objective is to just expose ourselves to as much Arabic as possible, and then take in as much the working of the language, the syntax, naturally, without focusing too much on the grammar. Okay, so just start paying attention to these details mentally. Just prepare yourself, inshallah. You don't have to memorize any of these. Just keep your mind open to these structures, inshallah. Okay. طيب. We've done the words now, inshallah. So nothing more to this, inshallah. The rest is simply easy. But you can notice again, Ash'ati al-halazuni, mudaf ilayh. Ash'ati al-halazuni. The ka gives this word a kasra, but that's irrelevant to this one. Ash'ati al-halazuni. The word ash'a gives this a kasra, mudaf ilayh. This is harf jar, like ila, min, fi, and the ka gives this word a kasra. So in Arabic, start noticing this inshallah from now, that some words have an effect on the word that is after. Okay, we call this amil and ma'mul. I'm just exposing you to these terms so that when they come, you're not taken aback. Tamam, inshallah. Likewise, bi gives the next word a jar as well, a kasra as well. طيب inshallah. Bil khatar. Khalas. Alhamdulillah. This is the end of our story, inshallah. And just these two slides. So again, kaldu di, because the ka gives this a kasra. Fi kahfin. And then Muslim al-Basari, mudaf ilayh. This re is because of the Muslim being attributed towards it. Tamam. Again, kanuri, abi shassi. Ash-shassi, the si is because of the abi being attributed towards this word, ash-shass. طيب بين الأتمتي في عمقي. You can notice that these kasras after bayna and fi. Tamam, inshallah. So start noticing these patterns from now. Just keep your eyes open and your minds open for this pattern, inshallah ta'ala. Tamam, alhamdulillah, with this we are done with this story, inshallah. Okay, barakallahu feekum, jazakumullahu khaira. I'll see you in the next reading. Barakallahu feekum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.